All right, good morning. I am Erica Bauer, and I am the school counselor at Greenwood Early Learning Center. So we are pretty different than some of the other presentations we've heard just with our population. We are a preschool, a developmental preschool and kindergarten building. So we have 300 kindergartners and about 100 preschoolers that come to our building. And we really have focused a lot on how we can implement PBIS at the early childhood level. Are there other early childhood settings in the room? Okay, good. Hi. Glad you're here, and hopefully this can be a little bit helpful. The other thing that is pretty exciting if you're not in an early childhood setting is in our district, a lot of our PBIS work had been happening. We had trainings throughout the district for PBIS. But we didn't have a solid foundation, and we're very excited that a lot of what we did with PBIS is now being implemented across the district. So our expectations that our team created are now district-wide expectations. The social emotional curriculum we chose is now a district-wide social emotional curriculum. So we're very proud of that and excited that what we have done for the little ones can be carried forward, and what we're teaching them, they will have till they graduate. So we are Bulldog Strong, and you will notice this is a very early childhood presentation, but what does it mean to be Bulldog Strong? And our students learn that that means to be safe, be kind, and be responsible. We are Bulldog Strong from pre-K to 12, and we are very, very proud of our expectations. We also take the responsibility of explicitly teaching that. So when we started with the PBIS program, we really thought our students don't have any idea what any of this means. If they're in preschool or even in our kindergarten program, we can't just say you need to be safe and not explain exactly what that means in all settings. So we came up with lots of visuals, and we used our bulldog. We actually purchased a bulldog mascot because the high school got sick of sharing it with us. And we use this everywhere. You'll see these visuals all over our building. And we explicitly teach each one of these. We do a bulldog assembly at the very beginning of the year where we go through each of these. We also have visual matrix in all of our settings where the students will see the little rules. And I just gave you a few examples of how we did that. They're obviously board maker, but that's what's most appropriate for our kiddos. You can make some really pretty matrix with words, but our kids can't read them, so that's pretty much not helpful. So when we decided as a PBIS team that we were going to do this and we were going to adopt a social emotional curriculum, just like Barbara said, we spent an entire year planning. We didn't do anything with our staff the first year. We just planned. And we set out to create a teaching schedule. If you'll notice, the first 3 weeks are teaching the expectations. So we spent an entire week teaching how to be safe. We looked at every single setting in our building and we explicitly taught those. Then we moved into, well, in addition this year, if you see in September, we did a whole week of growth mindset. And the teachers really liked that. That came from staff feedback. We did a lot of surveys with parents and staff at the end of our first implementation year to see areas that we needed more or things that they felt weren't useful. So we did our explicit 3 weeks, then we started into Strong Start. And we did use the Strong Start curriculum. And this has been adopted pre-K to 6th grade, I believe. The middle school and high school are still kind of working out, and that sounds like there's some good ones we can share with them. But the Strong Start curriculum really fit the needs of our preschool and kindergarten. We also felt, though, we could not just hand them this book. While it's a wonderful resource, our teachers adopted 4 new curriculums last year. So adding a 3rd or a 5th book would just not be okay. So we created a massive binder, and it's so big and daunting because one of our team members really likes sheet protectors. protectors. So I would not recommend all the sheet protectors that we used, but we went through every single lesson and we laid out a 4-day plan. So for our team in our building, we do Strong Start 4 days a week. And then there is the option on Fridays to do an additional supplemental lesson that's in there. We purchased all the books and all the materials they need to do the crafts. So in our young kiddos, we have a lot of read alouds and we have a lot of hands-on activities. Everything was purchased and put in a bin for each teacher. So when we rolled this out to staff, they got a book, they got a binder made up, and they had all their supplies laid out. That is one of the main reasons we were so successful. They didn't really have to do anything, and they didn't have to hunt and peck and look for resources. So this is an example of what a lesson, and this is actually our Be Safe. So you'll see each day is laid out very simply. And again, we provided every resource that they needed for that. So the Strong Start curriculum we found was very appropriate and very good for our age groups. It included 10 lessons and booster lessons. So the way our teaching schedule looks is we teach 3 weeks of our expectations, 1 week of growth mindset, then the 10 weeks of Strong Start. That gets us to January. In January, when we return from Christmas break, we teach 3 weeks of booster expectation lessons and the 10 weeks of booster Strong Start lessons. So they have Strong Start the entire year. The information that's being taught through Strong Start absolutely can be heard time and time again. So we did not feel like it was repetitive or a waste of time. In fact, when we first started the Strong Start curriculum, so I'm the school counselor, I'm part-time in our building, and there's a principal, me, and then the teachers. I was getting about 45 small group referrals every semester. That's a lot of referrals and hard to manage. Something that we were always saying was the things that I'm teaching in small group would be beneficial to all our students. We kept saying that, but we didn't really do anything about that. Well, this Strong Start curriculum, when we looked at it, really was my small group lessons. When I looked at it, it made me feel good in the sense that I knew I was on the right track with the things I was teaching, but it also cleared up that worry that we're not reaching all the students that need it. So every student now gets basically a small group from a counselor that the teacher can provide that. And I know another counselor said something about, you know, shouldn't the counselor be teaching small group or social emotional curriculums? Absolutely. And what I do is I can double down on students that we see through data need more. But all students are getting this baseline, which is wonderful. So again, this is a booster lesson. So moving through the next semester, you'll see it's a little bit shorter, but there are booster lessons for each one of these. Another important piece, we work with Preschool Coalition, and we invite community preschools into our building twice a year. We shared our expectations and our teaching schedules and Strong Start with all of the area preschools, and several in our community have adopted them. So we have noticed that some students are coming in already knowing the expectations because they attended our preschool program, which is really nice. So we use POMs for acknowledgement, and this is part of our teaching. So we explicitly teach the expectations, and they earn POMs for them. The POM buckets actually are used as a data collection tool, like a loose one, because they are colored. So be safe, yellow, be kind, pink, and be responsible, green. We can see in the POMs what we're acknowledging the most. So just by looking at that bucket or looking at our principal's big bucket, we can see we had a huge influx. We were running out of green POMs constantly because everyone was acknowledging be responsible all the time, and it helped us recognize, oh yeah, we need to also acknowledge being safe and being kind. Because we're out of green POMs. So move on. And when they earn those POMs and fill those buckets, they get to vote, and they vote through the principal's morning announcements. He does video announcements, and then classrooms can vote in on things like extra recess, a popcorn party. I would not recommend popsicle parties for kindergarten, but we did do that one. Pajama party. One of our biggest hits for filling the principal's bucket was dance party on the playground. And we just put our system out there and we danced with the kids, and it was a huge hit. They voted for that time and time again. So the free options really helped, and the kids liked those just as much as anything else. It is really hard to get the popsicles frozen when you buy those, like, not frozen ones in time, especially when you're talking about that. So just a side note. Another part that I thought was really cool when we rolled this out, we talked a lot about being Bulldog Strong, and we named our social curriculum time the Bulldog Strong Club because we wanted parents and students and teachers to all know when we were talking about this time and what that meant. And our teachers just took this upon themselves. So one of our teachers created a video, went around the school having kids show the hand gestures and expectations all on their own, which was amazing. Teachers were using these expectations and the things they were learning in Strong Start with parents when they were talking with them at conferences. Our principal, we typed out each parent letter that comes along with the Strong Start curriculum, and we email it directly to parents each week so they know what lessons are being taught. We don't use it as an attachment. It is just in the body of the email because we felt that more parents would read it if they didn't have to open it as an attachment. So those kinds of things really helped us share out with a lot of families. And I heard when calling and making those difficult conversations with families that they were reading those emails. And they could talk with me about what was going on in the Strong Start lessons and how we could use that at home or how we could tie that back to improve their behavior at school. So this is a little video, and I'll show you just a second of it because it's super cute. Maybe not. Anyways, the kiddos tried. This was at the very beginning of our implementation year, and they went through and they did the hand gestures, be safe, be kind, be responsible, Bulldog Strong. And you'll see every staff member and every student in our building was part of that and doing that. This is something that one of our teachers created that wasn't even part of our PBIS team. So we were just really excited that people were embracing it and adopting it. And like other districts said, we haven't had a single complaint about this new curriculum. In fact, last year, like I said, they had 4 new curriculums and this. And this is the one that they said, well, we actually like. So we were really excited that it could be shared and embraced like this. Okay, that's our team. Any questions?